Okay, so tonight we're gonna do something a little different, really cool. We're gonna go see an old friend of mine. I don't think I've seen him in over 10 years. And you might know who he is. He is a rapper named Spice One, and he is in town tonight, and he asked me to come see him at his show. So it's an hour drive for me. We're gonna head out to Salem, and I'm nervous. I'm going by myself, and I hope I look okay. I haven't like dressed up in a while, so let's go. Okay, I know you want to know the story. I didn't do a whole lot of filming, even though I had permission to film. It just didn't feel right. I hadn't seen him in such a long time, and he is famous. So I didn't really want to like feel like I'm putting a camera in his face. I am there as a friend of his. I'm not there to make a documentary film. And we hadn't seen each other in over 10 years. I think it's been that. And there was just a lot of, you know, personal conversations we had. And, you know, not everyone needs to know everything. You know, not everyone needs to know everything. Okay. And you're probably wondering how I met him. I know that's probably a big question. Okay, let me get this. I feel like I just can't, I'm off today. I feel like I'm like really off today. Like I feel like I look weird and I feel like I can't get this camera right. I actually met Spice One in Seattle through a friend. There was a girl that I used to go and hang out with in Seattle, and I used to spend like 2 weeks with her out of the month for years. I did this for a long time until she ended up screwing me over. She ended up robbing me and leaving me in Vegas without a way home. She stole all my cash, she stole my laptop, and I didn't even know how I was gonna get to the airport. I didn't even know how I was gonna get a plane ticket. It was a very bad situation, and so I'm sure she has made up a story about me to try to justify why I'm no longer in her life, but I did not do anything to her, and I would not have done anything to her. I'm just not that kind of person. About 16 years ago was probably when I met Spice One, and it was through this girl, and he had come out to hang out with her. I think he was doing some recording in the studio out there in Seattle, and he stayed with us at the condo. I have to be honest, I don't know a lot about rap music, okay? I really don't. I'm not, you know, you could put somebody super famous in front of me and I would just not know who they are. That's how much I don't know about rap music. There are things that I recognize, like I did recognize some of the songs from some of the other rappers that were at the event, but I wouldn't have recognized their face like if I saw them somewhere and I didn't even know what their name was. I'd just be like, oh yeah, I've heard that song. You know, that's how little I know. And I don't know if they like that because then I'm not a fan or what, but I kind of in a way think it's cool and it's good because it means I get to know them as a real person. You know, it's kind of not this whole like image thing. It's knowing someone for who they truly are. And that was kind of the fun way that I met Spice One. So he came over and he stayed there, and she was still sleeping and he was up out in the living room area on his laptop on the couch. And I got up and there was nobody else out there, and I felt kind of silly not knowing who he was because I knew I was supposed to know. So I kind of in my way was like, well, have to be honest, I don't know who you are. I'm sorry, I just don't know who you are. And he laughed and I think he kind of enjoyed that. And then I said, you know, but I would like to know who you are. And he kind of sat there with me and we talked for a couple of hours, and he showed me stuff on his laptop and showed me his songs and pictures and kind of explained to me who he is. So it was interesting to learn from a famous person that you didn't know who they are. They're telling you who they are, and they're showing you their personal pictures and telling you their stories. So that's how I know him. So I always saw him as just a person. You know, he was the guy that we hung out with in Seattle that made rap music. You know, it wasn't anything, I didn't see him in any other way. It was just a friend, you know? And so it is a little, it's kind of cool but silly to me when I see him, like people come up to him and want to take pictures with him and stuff. I'm kind of like, oh yeah, okay, you are famous. And I don't really think about it, I guess. I don't really think about it. But I think that if I thought about it, if I really thought about it, then my anxiety would be so bad. And then I'd probably just look like an idiot. I'd just probably look stupid because I'd be thinking about it too much. And it was kind of cool because I kind of felt like I was there as his date. And I had people coming up to me asking me permission to take pictures with him, like I was gonna get mad, like I'm his girlfriend or something. So that was kind of fun. I played along. It was fun for the moment. So anyways.
You know, I know how to eat crab. You know, Cancer is my zodiac sign, so I'll show y'all how to do it. So you get this little pinch, this little thing right here. See that? Everybody see that? Break it. See that right there? See that meat? Oh, that's that meat. You just shake him up out of there. Okay, this one ain't coming out. We have emergency. You have to do open crab leg surgery.
I was watching Christian trying to eat crab. This is fucking hilarious.
I don't know what you're supposed to do.
No skills at all. She has no crab skills.
Break it over, break it over.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
It cost me $35. Second one is solid.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's really why.
No, it's just two of those with the rest of the
Like there's a hole in my
Okay, so I was looking over my footage and I realized what I said didn't make sense, so we have to refilm it. And I was not planning to film right now, so I am not looking my best. But I thought you should hear the story, so here we are. All right. So, the night of the concert, it was raining like crazy. It was a complete downpour, and it hadn't rained like that in a really long time. And I'm like, great. The night I decide to go out and be dressed up after all these years is the night that it decides to downpour and destroy my hair, because my hair has to be flat ironed or it's frizzy, and I hate my hair frizzy. And of course, after all this time, I'm going to see my friend of mine, and I don't want to look like a weirdo, you know, and I'm supposed to look good. I'm going to a rap show. So it's pouring down rain. I'm getting ready to leave, and then I see that there is somebody's car in my driveway blocking me from pulling my car out of the garage. I'm like, oh great, this could take forever. But I kind of remembered who the person was that was driving the car and the general area that they kind of walked to. So I knew it was like one of these 3 doors in my complex. So what did I do? I went and rang doorbells. I rang my neighbor's doorbells and was like, hey, is that your car in my driveway? And boy, did they look surprised when I asked that question. I finally got the door right, and I got them to run over and move the car, and they will never do that again. I'm like, okay, do I bring the tiger coat? Do I not bring the tiger coat? And then I get there to the address on the flyer, and it's a warehouse, and there's no sign of like where it is. There's no sign saying, you know, here's the concert or anything. Anyways, I end up contacting Spice One, and they have me go to the hotel, and everything seems to be very unorganized. And then I find out this is for some guy's birthday party, that he had flown them out there for his birthday. So it's more of kind of a private kind of event thing in this guy's warehouse. And you know, how cool is that if you have enough money to fly out some of your favorite rappers and you have a warehouse to do the concert in? I mean, like, that's pretty cool. And then I also feel weird kind of talking about this because I'm talking about a friend, and it's like, it's just a weird situation. Like, who has famous friends that they have to talk about like this? Like, I don't know. It's kind of like, do I talk about it? Do I not talk about it? And then is talking about it just like wrong? But then it's like, why wouldn't I? And then he knew I was going to film for my YouTube channel, so of course I would talk about it. Then of course I'd want to share it with you, because this is what I do. I document my life, and I have a YouTube channel. So in my mind, I'm kind of like hesitant. I feel myself going, oh, am I doing the right thing? But I don't know. Why do I feel kind of like weird about it? I don't know. It's like, it feels like you're not supposed to talk about it, you know, like talking about it. I don't know. I don't know, you explain that one to me if you know. Feel kind of like, Anyways, it was a fun night. It wasn't like a crazy night. I didn't get drunk. There wasn't any hard liquor. We had to find somebody that had their own private stash in their car, and they were running out to the car and like filling up cups of liquor and bringing it back to us. And I did tell Spice One, you know, let's not wait 10 years before we see each other again. And he said no. And so maybe I'll end up flying out to Vegas and hanging out with him. Maybe he'll be in this general area again sometime, and I'll go out and hang out with him again. I just want to say that I don't really like a lot of people, okay? And that might sound crazy to say on here, but I don't like a lot of people. And maybe that's just because I have social anxiety. But he's one of those people I really like. And he really makes you feel comfortable. He always seems like he's in a great mood. He jokes around. He's just one of those people that if he never told me about any of the rap stuff, I would have never guessed, because you just don't get that, like, you feel like maybe they're gonna feel entitled, you know, like, I'm famous, so you have to treat me special. You kind of think that that might happen, but you don't get that all with him. It's just, he's just a normal guy, you know, just a normal guy. Anyways, wild animals. Well, if you want to find out what else is going to happen in my life, because we just never know with me. We just never know. It could be something, who knows? Who knows? I can't even guess, because I can't even believe it myself. It's like my life goes from being really not a whole lot going on, and we're on my channel talking about perfume and cooking, and we're looking at Creature, and we're hanging out with Creature, and we're hanging out on my balcony, and then we're going from that to hanging out at a rap show, or going to a strip club, or a fire in the complex. You never know. You just never know. So, all right, wild animals. Well, if you haven't already, remember to like and subscribe, and to always have patience with people, because we are all going through something. Okay, I will see you next time.
But it's about his birthday. So on the count of three, we're going to sing happy birthday to my homeboy Eddie and all y'all homeboy Eddie, right? Go! On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Sing shit. Birthday to you. Come on, shit. Happy birthday to you. Come on, my nigga. Happy birthday. 19 years old today. I don't want to know how old you are. I know how young you are. Eddie is 19. I know how young he is. You know, people don't make it to our age nowadays. This shit needs to be celebrated, bro. You know what I mean? For the OGs to make it pass the baton to y'all and take this shit over. But if the OGs die, ain't no fucking baton to pass. You feel me? We alive, niggas, and well, and we love all of y'all, and we love Eddie, Smokey, let's go! Happy birthday! Hey, you ain't better mess away. You ain't better mess away. You ain't better mess away.